They lose my luggage. They never lost that?
It's happened.
Oh!
I mean, and lost.
Well, I don't know about where you are, but where we are, we're enjoying a nice season with our New York Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
I think tonight is game 2 in the playoffs, right? With the Lightning. They're here in town. The ice is ready for them. Well, so anyway, Stanley Cup. Wow. The Stanley Cup is sitting right next to me. I'm just trying to be cool and act as if it's not there.
That thing's humongous.
It's a big cup.
It's huge.
So, Mike Bolt is the keeper of the cup. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to. I can't see you. The cup.
Good morning, Elvis. How you doing? I'll move it over here a little bit.
You have quite a large cup, Mike. Thank you for bringing the cup in. So, this is what you do. You are the keeper of the cup.
Yeah, I work for the Hockey Hall of Fame. I've been doing this job for a little over 22 years, and it's taken me around the world. I've had a lot of unbelievable opportunities with it. Probably one of the neatest things we ever got to do is when actually Tampa Bay won in 2004, we got to go to Kennedy Space Center and bring the cup on the space shuttle. And that was pretty remarkable for the fact afterwards, the aerospace scientists that took us around said, just for you've seen more than 99% of NASA employees.
Wow, look at that.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he goes, yeah. And nobody goes near the shuttle, and you guys were on it. And it's all because of the cup. It had nothing to do with myself or Jay or anything like that. They
That's
just wanted
okay.
To,
it's like the cup is your wingman.
Yeah, I ride his coattails.
It's okay. It's all right. Hook up to the cup. So tell us about the cup. How old is this structure that's before us right now?
Well, the structure's been growing over the years. It started off as a bowl, and for people that can't totally visual, there's a bowl, and it goes into a cylinder-like, and then it kind of curls down into 5 tiers. The Stanley Cup was purchased in 1892, and it was just a bowl. 1893 when it was first awarded, and it started to grow from there. They first put names on the cup in 1907, and then did it again in 1915, which is both in the bowl. And anybody that's ever won the cup from 1915 on has had their name on it at one time or another. Now, these bands up and closer to the bowl are permanent. These 5 rings here change out every 13 years. So this ring here will be coming out in 13 years, mounted on a wall in the Hockey Hall of Fame. We'll move all the rings up and put a new ring on the bottom.
So they don't toss them; they keep them.
No, yeah, you'll be enshrined for eternity in the Hall of Fame.
It's like when you go to a really expensive wedding and they have the wedding cake. Part of the wedding cake is cake. Part of it's like, that's not the cake.
Not really.
Cardboard.
But if it's part of the structure, it is part of the Stanley Cup. Period.
Yeah, and so you can have your name on here anywhere from 65 years to 52, depending on where you fit. This year's winner will be on the cup for 60 years before their names are retired.
Wow.
That's amazing.
How much does that thing weigh?
35 pounds.
Wow. Okay. So, and I noticed you guys rolled it in like a little coffin structure, and you're wearing gloves. I mean, you're very, very careful with this very important piece of iconic sports.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let you guys touch if you feel the need and you want to touch it. The only rule I have is you can hug it, you can kiss it. If you feel the need to lift it, go win it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell them what you're talking about. You cannot lift the cup unless you do.
You have to earn the right to hoist it. You have to have your name on it to lift it over your head and all that kind of stuff.
Have people drank from the top of
that?
Oh,
yeah. Now, you could be lucky enough to drink out of it if you're at a player's party or anybody that has their name on it, the coaches, the trainers, all the guys that get a day with it. You probably, if you're there, you have the luxury of maybe having a drink out of it, whether it's beer, champagne, or apple juice.
Have you ever dropped it?
I have never dropped it.
Wow,
So that's my next question. Because wasn't it, several years ago, Tom Brady was drunk on the river and he was taking their Super Bowl trophy and throwing it from boat to boat. Everyone's like, oh God. Has anyone maybe in an altered state of mind tried to do something with this cup that was like you had to pull them back?
We've had guys asked to do a few different things and we've had to say no, but the thing is most guys respect it. They're very good with it. Accidents do happen. This is a trophy that does not hide behind glass.
Well, I do see a ding.
Oh, yeah, there's a few dings.
It looks like Danielle drove it for a day.
Hey, that's not nice.
I always say, let's see what you guys look like at 130 years old and party as hard as the cup does. So it's looking pretty good.
Take a look. I'm 130. What's scary?
So I've seen the cup depicted everywhere. What's the most awkward spot it's been in? Any crazy party?
It'd be Afghanistan. I mean, to be in the middle of a war zone with this thing. We did that back in 2007. And
but what an incredible gift you gave the men and women over in Afghanistan.
It was an amazing. It's hard to put in words that whole experience, but we did it 07, 8, and 10 were the 3 times we went over there to visit the troops and bring a little piece of home. So we were over there with some former NHL players, and the Canadians are also over there fighting, or were over there fighting. And when Canada goes to war, they bring a ball hockey court. So they built a ball hockey court in Kandahar. And so the Canadians played against, the Canadian hockey players played against the Canadian troops and the U.S. troops, and had a fun little game over there.
So what Mike does here, of course, the keeper of the cup, you think, oh, this is it's a lot of work. He's traveling from city to city or country to country with this cup. This cup means so much more than just a trophy from hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, you're traveling the world and you see how people are stirred by its presence, especially hockey fans.
Oh, I mean, the hockey fans go crazy. Just the other day, I was in Indianapolis flying up here to New York, and the lady that was checking me in, she said, oh, my kids would love to see it. I said, sure, no problem. I'll open it up. I open up the case. And this couple come over and they go, is that the Stanley Cup? And I'm like, yeah. And she starts, like, she's shaking. Like, she's just a huge hockey fan. Like, it's like, running into her favorite rock star, movie star, or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. You can take a picture and, take a deep breath. It's cool. I get it. I mean, they're fans too. I'm a fan of the game too, but that was really neat to see. And then other times when I'm in airports, people will come up to me, is that the Stanley Cup? Yeah. I'm not a hockey fan, but can I get a picture? So the cup sometimes transcends the sport too.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, who's your friend who's with you? There's more than just you here.
Yeah, we got Minnie from our PR agency with the NHL.
Hey,
and,
Minnie.
We just met today, and we had a nice little conversation before coming in here.
Thanks for coming in here. This is so fantastic.
Yeah.
How does one land the job of handling the cup?
Yeah, 23 years ago, you landed this job. How was that?
Yeah, by not being a good hockey player, because I didn't. I didn't dream of looking after it. I dreamed of winning it, but that didn't come close to reality.
Okay.
I just kind of got lucky. I'd already been working for the Hockey Hall of Fame for a few years, and then Phil Pritchard, my boss, or now my boss, said, hey, you got a minute? Called me into his office. It was like a 3-minute interview, and next thing I know, I was handed the Stanley Cup. It was like a deer in headlights, and about 20 minutes after that meeting, I remember going, oh my God, I just got handed the Stanley Cup, and I got giddy and called my parents and told them about the new job I got, and I still feel that way today about this job every day when I get up. I love looking at it. I love getting it ready for the day's adventures, and I love being around the players, and I just love being around the game. So
now, will you be with, like, when it comes down to who wins it, will you be right there in the middle of it all?
Well, I'll be around till probably game 3 or 4. That's usually what I work. And then my boss and another guy take over for the presentation. They like the cameras a little more. And then
ego.
Yeah, I like chirping them that way. No, that's what they've been doing since '95. But they'll present it, and then I'll fly in with another guy to the winning city, and we'll take over and do the parades, the parties, and start the world tour.
Wow. So, Mike, is the cup traveling year-round, or is it a seasonal thing?
No, it's year-round. It's, this year has been pretty good. We've been back on the road like normal, but the last year and a half, it was a little, obviously, quiet. But prior to COVID, we'd be booked well over 300 days a year.
So this is a very important piece of cargo if it's traveling. I mean, does it get its own airplane seat, or does it go down below? I mean,
it goes below.
Okay.
For flying every day, we've done it a couple times where we've got it on the plane, but it's logistically it's a lot to set up for a flight, and when we fly every single day, it's a lot harder to do.
Wow.
So you got to trust the airlines do their job once you check it in.
I was going to say, they lose my luggage. They never lost that?
It's happened. I mean, and loss is not the right word. It's just not where it's supposed to be. I'm in one city and the cup's in the other. We get it back fairly quickly.
Okay, the good news is your cup did land in Portland, but it landed in Portland, Maine.
Wow. I feel like I would sleep with that thing handcuffed to my wrist all the time. Like, it's not going anywhere.
What an interesting line of work that you're in, Mike. This is so cool. So to be sitting next to the Stanley Cup is pretty wild. It's pretty cool. Did you get pictures of me with the cup? Thank you. All right, Mike, where are you guys off to next?
Well, we're in town for a little bit. We want to do some stuff with the NHL. Heading up to Toronto tomorrow to do work with our other networks, Sportsnet, and to be honest, everything's kind of fly by night right now. So they're working on some stuff for next week. We got a lot going on, but they're trying to make the schedule a little tighter, a little better.
There you go. The Cup has a schedule.
So
that's awesome. And of course, here in town, our Rangers play Lightning tonight. Let's see what happens there. And thank you, Mike Bolt. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Cup. We'll call him Stanley.